Well, this is the game that everybody look forward to, especially the players. It's the AUC, the battle of the AUC, the game for bragging rights. We know it's going to be high intense. When I was here, I mean, it used to be standing room only in these games. And so everybody's going to come and bring it no matter what the record is. One year, I remember, we only won 7 games that year, and Clark was number 20 in the nation, and we beat them right here on our court. So just those type of things happen because it's a very electric game. It doesn't matter who's winning record-wise. That doesn't matter. All bets are off come this game right here. Both teams are going to bring it and play a high intensity.
Okay. Well, let's dive a little bit deeper into that. Talk about your counterpart on the other side, Coach Alfred Jordan, who, of course, was a guard at Clark himself, played in this game, is now the head coach over there, was actually on the coaching staff the last championship run that those Panthers had. What do you think a little bit about him? How do you think he's going to approach this? Because this is his first year as head coach over at Clark.
Absolutely. Well, Coach Jordan's going to be ready. He's been, waiting for his time to get that head seat over there. And, of course, everyone knows he was part of our staff last year. And so we kind of developed a stronger bond and friendship through that. But he's going to be prepared. That's one thing I know about him. He likes to put that pen to the paper. And he likes to do a lot of draw-ups, ATOs, and different things like that. So it's kind of hard to scout him, but you just got to be ready for anything. But he's going to be prepared. He's going to have those guys prepared. They're going to come in here and play hard. And, it's a blessing to be able to, compete against a friend of mine and another colleague that I think is he's got a bright future in his business.
All right, great. So you guys took a trip up to the nation's capital this past week on Martin Luther King. Of course, Holiday had a chance to play against Howard University. If I'm not mistaken, I know you had a couple players out the last time we were here. And going into that game, tell us a little bit about that whole experience and what that game was like for you.
Well, the whole experience down there was great. We connected with some alumni, the DC alumni, and some other alums that kind of flew in. Had the opportunity to go down to the Martin Luther King Monument, which was my first time ever being down there. And to see all of the Morehouse brothers down there bonding and connecting at that time that was a special situation. That was, again, that was my first time ever being down there. And we kind of did things the right way. And I like that. Game-wise, of course, we came in on the other side of it, and we got a few guys that's down and hurt right now, but I think whoever I bring into the game, we have an opportunity to win. And so as far as that experience, it was big time all the way around.
All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let's dive a little bit into the game today.
Okay.
What are you expecting? This will air right before, so you don't have to worry about anybody seeing any scouting report and trying to use anything you say against us. But what are we going to be looking for today? What are you talking to your guys about and getting them prepared for this game?
The key is for us is to remain focused, right? We got to stay poised within the noise. That's something that Coach Brewer always used to say.
Yep.
And I understand this. Being poised within the noise, right? My key points are always the defensive end, right?
Okay.
Because if they don't score, we can't lose. That's how I look at it.
There you go.
And so
Never heard that one before.
I just want my guys to, stay focused on their big defensive principles, making sure that we're stopping the actions that we worked on, because we spent time on this.
Okay.
And so I want everybody to understand that we're here to come out here and compete, and we're here to try to shut them down defensively. And that's how we intend to try to win this game.
All right. Now I'm gonna ask a question, because like I said, last time we were here, your 2 top ball handlers were out.
Yes.
Are they back today?
They're not. I mean, we're still dealing with injuries. We got 2 guys that's going to play that they're banged up. They've been in treatment every day. I got a big that's not going to play today as well, so we're going to be short-handed. But as I stated before, whatever team I put out on the floor, I believe has an opportunity to win the game. As long as they stay confident in their self and the teammates, they do the things that we coach them to do in practice and execute the game plan, I feel that we have the ability to beat anybody in the nation. And so those are the things we're going to look for to come out here and execute today.
All right. Coach, is there anything you'd like to say to Maroon Tiger Nation?
We appreciate all your support. We want everybody to come out today and for the rest of the season and just help us turn this thing out and close this season out, make a championship run. We appreciate you.
All right, folks, there you have it. Coach Witt right here from Morehouse College. Stay tuned. We'll be back with a little bit more of the Game Time Show before we get to tip-off right here on the Black College Sports Network and HBCU League Pass Plus. All right, Coach.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. A little louder, y'all need to hear.
I was looking at the beat and
People think unusual circumstances means complicated taxes. But for a TurboTax Live expert like me, it just makes things interesting. So, give us everything you've got.
What if I'm a professional gamer with a ton of expenses?
If they help drive views, let's talk deductions.
What if I'm in a state with no income tax, but my survival videos are viewed in 38 countries?
I can help. And if this is a business dinner, save those jerky receipts. An interesting life can mean an even greater refund. You do your thing. We've got your taxes. Intuit TurboTax Live.
Verizon just gave us all a brand new iPhone 13.
We've been customers for years. I thought new phones were for new customers. We got iPhone 13s too, switched to Verizon 2 minutes ago.
Ours were busted, and we still got a shiny new one.
Check it out. So wait, everybody gets the same great deal?
I think that's the point.
iPhone 13 on us for every customer. Current, new, everyone. On any unlimited plan, starting at just $35. All on the network more people rely on.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down.
When you work in IT, complaints are part of the job.
Bill says the coffee's weak today.
But since CDW helped us switch to Mac, everyone's happier. Dan from finance likes getting performance without a big price tag. Phoebe digs the power of the Apple M1 chip. Mac is easy to manage, compatible with all our apps, and came pre-configured by CDW. Now we're even getting compliments.
That was Bill again, says he loves his new Mac. He's right about the coffee.
Hey, babe, meet us at the bottom of the trail.
Oh, man. Hey.
Open up. The redesigned Chevy Silverado. With a sophisticated high-tech interior,
Open the door.
it's easy to forget it's a truck.
Thanks.
Nice truck.
It was.
Find new style. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
It's like a loop machine.
Welcome to Forbes Arena on the campus of Morehouse College. AD Drew here along with Rick Polk. Rick, it's the battle of the AUC. It's the battle of the AUC here today, Rick. Rick, you played in this game on the football side. What does this mean to the students between these two historic universities and colleges?
Well, Aku, welcome. I'm glad you asked. You know, it's Morehouse Clark, so it's a different game. It's a different animal. It's like we all family, but sometimes I can't stand my cousins. You know, if you understand what I'm saying. So these schools are separated by
a fence?
No, not a fence. It's grass. It's grass. You know, I took classes over at Clark before I graduated. Took my last math class. I needed to graduate over at Clark. So, you know, I got love for the school, but, you know, when it comes to anything competitive, you know, it doesn't matter if it's Connect Four, Dominoes, football, basketball, we are trying to beat CAU. So these Panthers are going to have a hard time with these Tigers today as they come in and we get ready for our starters here. All right. Starting for Clark today is going to be Desmond Perkins, a 6'7" freshman at forward. That's number two. Number 3 is going to be Kai Jeremiah, a 6'3" guard from Atlanta, Georgia. Jalen Williams, a 6'5" sophomore at guard from Dallas, Texas. Demetrius Hedspeth, 6'8" senior forward from Atlanta. And Horace Wyatt, 6'6" junior from Atlanta. For Morehouse, starting at one guard is Eben Williams. We just saw him come out. Number 14, Muhammad Diallo, 6'11" senior from Decatur, Georgia. Starting at the other guard is going to be Robin White, 6'4" junior guard from Dallas, Texas. Jomel McNair, 6'3" sophomore from Bowie, Maryland. And depending on where you're from, I think it's pronounced Bowie. I believe I'm mispronouncing that, but I'm going to go ahead and go with Bowie.
It's Bowie State, so why not be Bowie, Maryland?
And at the other forward, 6'7" junior, the leading scorer for the Maroon Tigers, Kerry Richardson, homegrown from Riverdale, Georgia.
Morehouse swept the series last year by defeating Clark 91-90 here and 84-64 over at the F's Gymnasium. Morehouse has won 4 of their last 5 meetings between these two AUC rivals, including 7 of the last 10. This calendar year, Rick, Morehouse is 2-3 in 2023. And you know they had the national TV game on Monday on Fox Sports TV where they were defeated by Howard 89-65 on MLK Day.
Yeah, that was a tough game, that Howard game, Drew. But you know, we went into that game understaffed. You know, but our Maroon Tigers played hard. The same way we're coming into this game, a little understaffed. We've got 2-3 players out. Elijah Stewart, Andrew Stewart, and Chukwubuka Nafua. Buka, he's out for this game. So
last time Morehouse played on this floor, they defeated Savannah State 63-60 on last Saturday. And Clark lost to that same Savannah State team on Monday night, 62-55. And we are underway as Morehouse controls the opening tap. Williams inside Richards double team.
You can see the intensity in this game right off the back as Clark comes out and traps on the baseline there.
Richardson misses the gimme right there. Ball is controlled by Kyrie Jeremiah of Clark. Almost a backcourt as he lost the ball right there, Rick.
Yeah, he's trying to take his lunch money. Like I said, this is a rivalry game of all rivalry games here in the AU.
3-point attempt up and no good for Perkins. Ball's controlled off the glass by Richardson.
Here comes Edmund Williams setting up the offense.
McNair. Now he reset out to Richardson. Richardson
thinks about it. Maybe he should have taken that shot once he got him in. Way to go inside the Diallo.
All right, 10 seconds on the shot clock. We've got a turnover.
Now, let's tell you one thing, Drew. That's one thing that these Maroon Tigers have to cut down on is these turnovers. The last few games, they've been averaging about at least 15 turnovers a game.
Morehouse looks to get into these sets. Neither one of these teams look to try to get the ball up and down the court. They want to run their sets right now. This game expected to be in the mid-60s, Rick. Would I be right when I say that?
Yeah, well, both teams are averaging about 60 to 70 points a game.
And Jalen Williams gets the goose egg off the board for Clark Atlanta. Morehouse quickly comes back. This 3-point attempt up, and it is off the iron by McNair.
That's
out of bounds control to Morehouse.
That's going to stay Maroon Tiger ball.
Morehouse set up with a baseline out of bounds play. Morehouse looking to get a little transition there, Rick.
Yeah, well, you know, I always say rebound and run, but you asked that question earlier. Morehouse is coming in averaging about 70 points a game, while Clark is averaging about 60 points a game. So we'll see. We should expect the scoring to be somewhere around there.
So we gonna set 65 as our magic number today, Rick. Let's see if that's the case.
That's the over/under there, 65.
First team to 65. That should get us a victory here today. Morehouse taking their time there. 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Clark is they're taking their time, but they're being patient.
And there's another three. Up and good by Williams. Williams, 6'5", sophomore from Dallas, Texas. Morehouse coming back with a quick transition. And a block, no call right there. Got bodies on the ground. Clark comes down on the fast break.
I know the ref saw that foul. We ain't asking for no home cooking here. We just wanted to be called fair.
And somebody forgot to guard Headsmith right there at the elbow. We've got an early timeout here in the Forbes Arena. 17:20 remaining here in the first half. Morehouse 8. Clark Atlanta 8, Morehouse 0. We'll be right back here on the Black College Sports Network.
At HBCUs, there's no limit to who we can be. Black and inspired and thriving. Black and magnetic and sing. From the classrooms to the quad, our passion is our purpose. We are leaders and legacy. So when you look at what we accomplish next, you'll know where it started. For who you are and who you want to be, we're here.
I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire.
Crypto is complicated, but as a tax expert with crypto experience, you can hand your taxes off to me. You do your thing, we've got your taxes. Intuit, TurboTax Live.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one outpizza the Hut.
Put this up here. Oh, where my live stats at?
Back here, 17:20 remaining. Morehouse comes out of the timeout. Coach Witt trying to get something going positive for Morehouse. Clark comes up with a half-court trap.
Here comes Al Jordan and his squad trapping him. And Morehouse has a height advantage right there, so we're looking for them to try to get the ball inside and get some scoring as they finally get on the board.
Yes, Morehouse finally breaks the goose egg. Clark Atlanta not in a hurry here. Got a foul away from the ball. Looks like that foul is going to be called on Even Williams. His first personal team first of the half.
Well, you know, this isn't dominoes. You can get on the board with 2. You don't need to get on the board with 10. You can just get on the board with 2, get a couple points, get a stop, and let's change the momentum of this game. Let's get in this game.
So y'all didn't play nickels and y'all don't either. 10 to win. Short corner jump shot is off, controlled
Here
by
they come with
Williams.
the rebound and run.
Great heads right there by Clark Atlanta.
Clark Atlanta right there.
And let's see whose ball is. It's going to remain Morehouse's ball. Said the ball was deflected out of bounds by Kai Jeremiah. Morehouse with 20 on the shot clock.
And here comes the trap. Now, once again, this kickball is staying here.
Yeah,
everybody know that. That's kickball.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that they've been focusing on is breaking the press. The last time we saw them on the court against Howard, that press was giving them some trouble. Savannah State, that press was giving them some trouble. So this is something that they focused on. They got to get,
Well, you know how it is, Rick. When you get film on somebody, they're gonna exploit that film until you show that you know how to grade. Hey,
that's how you exploit that zone right there. Get it in the gaps and get it to Kerry Richardson. Kissed it off the glass.
Great kiss. Not like kissing your sister. Great trap over there by Morehouse. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hey, that's a great dribble drive right there by Desmond Perkins. Running a 1-2-2.
Well, you should expect to see Desmond Perkins with the ball in his hands. Because there's another turnover by Morehouse as he's averaging, Desmond Perkins that is, 15 points a game. He's one of CAU's leading scorers there, kid.
Isn't that what you said we needed to cut down on those turnovers there, Rick?
I told you they got to cut down on those turnovers. Let's just, turnovers are.
We got a toss-up right there. We got an alternating possession, jump ball situation.
A lapse in focus. That's where I was going to go with that. The turnovers and lapse in focus. We're trying to do too much. We got a media timeout. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back at Forbes Arena on the Black College Sports Network.
I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire.
Crypto is complicated, but as a tax expert with crypto experience, you can hand your taxes off to me. You do your thing, we've got your taxes. Intuit, TurboTax Live.
T. Madden & Associates is a sophisticated and experienced law firm located in your neighborhood. We're turning injury to cash.
T. Madden and Associates obtained almost $2 million for my injury.
They turned my injury to cash.
Now, we can't guarantee how much your injury is worth, but we've recovered millions for our clients. Call T. Madden and Associates at 833-PAID-123. That's 833-PAID-123.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
It's like a loop machine.
Back to action here at Forbes Arena. Morehouse trails Clark Atlanta 10-4, 15:08 remaining here in the first half. Going into that second time Morehouse has been over to the bench, what do you think the message was to the Maroon Tigers?
Take care of the ball. Take care of the ball. You know, Coach Whitler is always stressing his 5 E's: energy, effort, enthusiasm, emotion, and execution. And that last one is of utmost importance. That is the execution. And again,
another turnover.
Cut down on those turnovers. Now Clark Atlanta is getting 10 points off, averaging 10 points off turnovers per game. But right now, we get it almost feels like all 10 of their points are off turnovers.
That's an offensive foul. Demetrius Headsmith says he put that foot out there and tripped up
Joel
McNair of Morehouse. Set the screen, you have to be within the frame of your body. They said he was not within the frame of his body.
All right, so here comes that press. Let's see how Morehouse handles it.
Clark drops back into a 2-3 zone after Morehouse breaks the press. And that's what you call a payback call, as there was an illegal screen called away from the ball. They called that illegal screen on Mohamed Diallo.
Diallo
said that he did not come set when he was set that screen right there. Finally getting around the corner is Sergey. Pump fake.
One thing Morehouse has got to be is discipline, because Clark Atlanta, they're going to eat up all the shot clock. They're being very patient on offense. They're not rushing and looking to get not rushing their offense and looking to get a good shot.
Yes, the first open shot is always not the best shot.
And here's the freshman Robert Dixon in the game, and there's Diallo. Soft jumper on
nice
the
soft
baseline.
touch from the short corner.
So you see Robert Dix coming in with some energy on the defensive end, going for the steal. He might be the spark that Morehouse needs. There we go, Drew. Shot clock down to less than 10 before Clark took that shot.
Esmith with a nice Kobe-esque baseline jump shot right there.
It's still early on in this game, so we'll just see how things play out. Both offensives trying to figure each other out. That's a jumper for Dix, and that's good. Oh, he's talking to Coach Jordan. He's talking to Coach Al Jordan and saying, hey, Coach, remember seeing that in practice?
Exactly. I used to do that for you, now I'm doing it against you.
You got
took a drive over there.
There it is. Less than 10 on the shot clock. Now they're looking for a shot. Wide open on the baseline.
Williams, no good. Transition Morehouse. Off the glass, and that's a foul called. Headsmith tries to go up and under the arm, and the foul is called on number 20. Robin White will be at the line for 2 free throws. Will be Demetrius Headsmith.
I like the aggressiveness there, Drew, but I'm not didn't quite like the shot. You're gonna go in the lane, go strong to the hole.
Checking into the game for Morehouse for Clark is number 11, Jacoby Strozier. And checking into the game for Morehouse is number 33, Adola Adinyi. Hey,
Eben Williams picking him up full court, man to man.
And if you check the score, Morehouse is climbing back into this game slowly there, Rick.
Well, that's what happens when you don't turn the ball over. You get some good shots, play some good defense. Pass the ball.
Off the glass. The kiss is good for Kerry Richardson.
There he is again, Kerry Richardson. And just like that, our Maroon Tigers are up 13-12.
Got a media timeout coming next dead ball.
Can't reach like that. Eben Williams got away with one right there.
Got away with a little shuffle of the feet right there was Strozier as he goes off the glass for the bank shot.
So everybody's on that bank shot today.
Yeah, Clark retakes the lead right there. Banks must be open late today. Making up for that Monday holiday that they had, Rick.
Hey man, I do online banking, baby. It's always open.
That's true. That is so true. From the corner.
That looked so good when it left his hand.
Rebound controlled by Headspin. Long street. Just a long street. 6'4" from right here in Atlanta Metro, Decatur, Georgia. Rebounds no good. Morehouse is on the run. Oh, that's got to be a goaltend.
It went in, but
it still went in anyway.
They're calling a goaltend on that, but even though it went in.
That ball clearly hit the glass first. That's an automatic bucket. Hey, we're going to take a timeout right here. You're watching Morehouse College basketball on HBCU League Pass Plus.
People think unusual circumstances means complicated taxes. But for a TurboTax Live expert like me, it just makes things interesting. So, give us everything you've got.
What if I'm a professional gamer with a ton of expenses?
If they help drive views, let's talk deductions.
What if I'm in a state with no income tax, but my survival videos are viewed in 38 countries?
I can help. And if this is a business dinner, save those jerky receipts. An interesting life can mean an even greater refund. You do your thing. We've got your taxes. Intuit TurboTax Live.
Verizon just gave us all a brand new iPhone 13.
We've been customers for years. I thought new phones were for new customers. We got iPhone 13s too, switched to Verizon 2 minutes ago.
Ours were busted, and we still got a shiny new one.
Check it out. So wait, everybody gets the same great deal?
I think that's the point.
iPhone 13 on us for every customer. Current, new, everyone. On any unlimited plan, starting at just $35. All on the network more people rely on.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down.
Morehouse has climbed back and retaken the lead here, 15-14. It's got 10.5 minutes remaining in the first half. So Rick, Morehouse was down going into that first media timeout. Coming out of the second media timeout, now they've climbed back and have taken the lead. What has been the difference for Morehouse?
Cutting down on turnovers, getting good shots, not rushing the offense, and creating turnovers on Clark. So that's defense leading to offense.
Morehouse tries to give Clark a taste of their own medicine as they come out now with a bit of a press, and they're still going to stay in it.
You know, on the other side of that equation, Drew, I think Clark was being very patient in their offense that first 5 to 6 minutes. The last 4 minutes of this game, they've been rushing the ball, not many passes, being careless with the ball, rushing their shots, being careless with the ball.
Oh, they got him for the offensive foul.
And if you can see, through those first 10 minutes, Morehouse had 4 turnovers to Clark's only 1.
Almost had a turnover right there, but they called him for the hook. They called Surreal for the hook right there on Williams. Go ahead, Rick.
You asked how Morehouse climbed back into it. Rebounds, 7-3. Getting those second chance shots. Oh, it doesn't help when Kerry Richardson's hitting like that. He's got good shots. He didn't hit that one, but the last two, he hit his last 2 shots off the glass. So he's coming alive.
That was a decent look, just a little bit long off the iron right there.
Yeah, well, you know, he's going to get his. He's averaging 16 points a game, so expect him to be in that same aggressive offensive mode.
Step back jump shot, no good by Longstreet.
I remember when CAU began this game, they were very patient with their offense. That's a good look right there. That's a good look. That's when you look at your teammate, just tap yourself, point them and say, my bad.
I think Richardson was looking more forward to the dunk and forgot to catch the ball right there. Because that was
first.
That was an obvious dunk right there if he catches that ball cleanly. Morehouse in his 1-2-2. We're more of a 1-2-1-1 diamond press right there. Clark's content with breaking it and then resetting and going into their offense.
Well, that's what they've got to do. When they were winning this game early on, they were shooting with less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. That was a good shot right there. It just didn't fall for them.
Yeah, Longstreet.
But when they got on their offense and they're shooting early in the shot clock, they give Morehouse an opportunity to get back in.
And we got a travel call. Thought we might have got a blocking call right there, but they called the travel on Adola Adini. Dola
Adani.
Oh,
Dola
Adani.
Yeah. We just call him Dola.
From Harrisburg, PA. Morehouse is going to remain in this, trying to be aggressive, and the purpose of this is just trying to speed Clark up.
Yeah, I totally agree. You want to get them out their comfort zone. You know, it's like.
Hey, that's a great follow right there by Headsmith on the Jeremiah miss.
Man, that boy can jump.
Yeah.
That tip in could have been a dunk on somebody, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I think he was afraid if he might have still been in the cylinder, he wanted to make sure that the ball came out of the cylinder.
He got up there, though.
Great hands right there by Clark, Atlanta. Morehouse down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Tries to split the double team. He's unable to split it with Williams. We have 5 seconds on the clock. And that's a foul. No harm, though.
No, Robert Dix is going to shoot 2.
2 shots for Robert Dix. Got subs at the table for both teams. Dix is short on the first one. Checking into the game for Morehouse, Amon Decker and Nate Lacewell.
So Coach Whitler's going to go big here for a little bit. Usually when Decker comes in, they try to go down to him on the block, slow the game down a little bit. And Lacewell's a versatile wing.
Second one is up and good for Dix. Ties the score at 16 apiece.
And you see he came out of that press, right?
Yes. Well, you have to know your personnel. When you've got a quicker personnel on the floor, you can press. When you don't, and you've got more of a beefy lineup, you have to drop back and play good half-court defense. But what you can do, no matter what you have on the floor, is run your transition break. As Morehouse tries to get into their offense nice and early. Good spin move off the glass.
Lacewell, he's going to come in. He's going to look for his shot. As Morehouse goes up by 2, 18-16 with 7:41 in this first half.
Got a media timeout coming on the next dead ball here, Rick.
There we go. This is where Clark
swinging around the horn.
Looks to try to get a shot.
Up to 5, and we have too many steps. And we have a timeout here on the floor. 7:19 remaining. You're watching Morehouse College basketball on the Black College Sports Network.
When you work in IT, complaints are part of the job.
Bill says the coffee's weak today.
But since CDW helped us switch to Mac, everyone's happier. Dan from finance likes getting performance without a big price tag. Phoebe digs the power of the Apple M1 chip. Mac is easy to manage, compatible with all our apps, and came pre-configured by CDW. Now we're even getting compliments.
That was Bill again, says he loves his new Mac. He's right about the coffee.
Hey, babe, meet us at the bottom of the trail.
Oh, man. Hey.
Open up. The redesigned Chevy Silverado. With a sophisticated high-tech interior,
Open the door.
it's easy to forget it's a truck.
Thanks.
Nice truck.
It was.
Find new style. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, trying to get down.
Back to live action here at the AUC. Morehouse leads 18-16 here. Okay. Morehouse leads here 18-16. What we got as far as stats go, Rick, and as far as an update?
Well, we're at 18-16. As you just previously said, not much has changed in this game. You got
Morehouse down with under 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Long three. Hey, that's an air ball for Eben Williams. And the Clark Atlanta fans here, let him know about it.
If I have to say anything there, Drew, what's telling to me, first off, is the number of turnovers by Morehouse, although they've cut them down, but they've got the advantage on the rebounds. So they're making up for it there, and that's why we got an 18-16 game.
Great spin move right there, and that is up and good for Justin Longstreet.
Man, that's a tough shot there.
That is a tough shot. But when you have a player that has the ability to go one-on-one like that, that makes it a little bit easier for you. Ball goes inside, back outside. There's a long three off the iron for Dix. Longstreet controls it, walks it up for Clark Atlanta. Par for the course in this basketball game.
Well, you know they're going to move. They're in their motion offense right now. That's an early shot there, but that's a good shot by Longstreet.
Longstreet doesn't really care about early or late, long as he can hit it. And that puts Clark Atlanta up three. Great spin up and under. Hoop and the horn.
That's Decker
right there
He's
for Ahmad Decker.
He's going to flex on him. He gets strong. 6'6", 240 from Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's a big boy down there.
Decker goes to the line for the chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. And if he knocks down his free throw, it will tie the score at 21 all. And we are tied, 21-21. Need to go to the casino with those kind of numbers. Clark Atlanta content running this dribble weave offense. High screen roll, doesn't use the screen, decides he wants to take it himself. Longstreet, step back, jump shot. No good, ball stays alive, and that's, I'm sorry about that, y'all, but that was a tough collision. No intent there. Two players just going at it, trying to go after the ball as Williams and Jeremiah collided right there. Both of them is hustling after the ball. They didn't see each other.
Yeah, that's just a bang-bang play. You know, they're just both hustling for going for the ball, playing hard. But it's a foul. Somebody's got to take an L, and that's a foul. And so Edmund Williams is going to go to the line.
Williams gets to go to the line for the one and the bonus. First shot is off the iron. Ball is controlled by Watt. Right, great give and go right there. In your
That's how you throw it down going baseline right there.
Jalen Williams.
If you're going to leave it open for him, he's going to take it.
Yes, great give and go right there by Clark Atlanta. Got Morehouse biting on the dribble weave, and they went back door. Hey, that's one of those shots that you work on in practice and never expect to use.
With a defensive player, they cut off the baseline. They're not going to cut you off. You just keep on going.
Yeah. Decker with the miss. Lacewell with the tip in right there for that. Hey, that ball was thrown right to back there. Up ahead. And no foul right there. Great follow right there by Decker on the Williams miss. And Williams is down right now.
Now, Williams is down on that. What should have been a call to foul. Ref didn't call a foul, but he's down, and he just got back. He was out for at least 3 games, the last 3 games. I can't recall if he played against Howard, but this is his first game back. So this is going to be the could take the air out of this arena here emotionally.
They send the players to the bench right now. Williams is up, limps off, and looks like he's favoring possibly his right leg, Rick.
I can tell you right now, he's hurt. He's limping.
He's hurt. He's
doesn't
limping.
matter if it's his left leg, right leg.
And they don't.
Limping.
And they don't take him to the bench. They take him straight back to the locker room.
Like I said, he just got back. You know.
And that's been par for the course for Morehouse. It's been tough for them all year when it comes to bodies.
They've had a lot of people out. Elijah Stewart's been out. Andrew Stewart, Edmund Williams, like I said, his first game back. Hookah's out now. So, you know, Coach Willer's doing his thing and trying to find a good lineup to stay competitive.
Doing the best you can to try to get as decent a seed as you can for the tournament, because that's what it's all about, this conference. It's the tournament.
There you go. Everybody's going to play hard. Each player is going to play hard, but you got to find that good combination right now, and that's what he's trying to do with this lineup, this big lineup.
And Longstreet
Longstreet's hot right now.
Yes, he is. He is hot.
He's out here playing like he's at Epps.
Well, he said he is right up the road. Might as well cut some shots right there. Long three, no good for Dix. Rebound, control. And we got a rejection
right there. Slap that right up under there.
And turnover. Morehouse basketball. Media timeout on the floor. 26-25 is our score right here on HBCU League Pass of the Black College Sports Network.
At HBCUs, there's no limit to who we can be. Black and inspired and thriving. Black and magnetic and sing. From the classrooms to the quad, our passion is our purpose. We are leaders and legacy. So when you look at what we accomplish next, you'll know where it started. For who you are and who you want to be, we're here.
I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire.
Crypto is complicated, but as a tax expert with crypto experience, you can hand your taxes off to me. You do your thing, we've got your taxes. Intuit, TurboTax Live.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one outpizzas the Hut.
It's like a loop machine.
Back here at Forbes Arena, 26-25 is your score. 3:33 remain in the first half. Clark Atlanta with the lead. Rick, took a look over at the Morehouse bench. They're down to 9 players dressed out right now with Williams in the locker room. Could that make a difference in this particular ball game?
Well, you know it's going to make a difference as we get late into the game. You know, your team's playing lots of minutes. The players that you have on the floor are playing lots of minutes. And so you're wondering if the conditioning is going to be a factor as you get late into the game, and it's a tight game. If I was Coach Jordan right now, I'd be trying to run these boys.
Yeah.
I'd be throwing wave after wave after platoon even, trapping, pushing the pace, get those Morehouse Maroon Tigers tired. That's what I would do.
Yeah. What I've also noticed is looking at that, ball handlers are key to Morehouse right now. All the players that are hurt are the top ball handlers.
And now again is why you've seen the last few teams that they played have pressed them.
And that's another air ball for Morehouse right there. This time by Nate Lacewell. 25-foot jump shot only goes 24 feet.
Yeah, this is a game that these guys have gotten up for. They might be pressing the Maroon Tigers, that is. They may be trying to do too much. They need to just settle down and play their game.
Great trap right there by Morehouse. Hey, that's Longstreet. Longstreet.
That's his game.
That's his game.
That is definitely his game. That's in his wheelhouse.
I guess Morehouse missed the memo. They should have started checking him back when he was on Clark Atlanta's campus.
Well, now you'd have put him in Curry. You'd have put him in Curry status, huh? See,
hey, great up and
Lacewell's game right there.
Yes.
He's got a good mid-range game, and the number of times I've seen this kid play, I can't recall him shooting a three-pointer from 25 feet. But inside of 10 to 15 feet and down on the block, he's money.
Longstreet handles the ball up high.
He's down there with that Shaq barbecue chicken.
He's a grad senior. He's a grad student from Decatur, Georgia, Columbia High School. He misses right there. Gets back, tries to play a little defense. Gets shake and bake right there by Nate Lacewell as he does the George Gervin finger roll right there.
Hit him with the Euro step into a finger roll. Little old school, little new school.
You know, Longstreet's been in this conference for a long time there. And that's a great drive right there by Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams took the bump, stayed on target, and made the shot. That was a good play by Mr. Williams.
Tough drive for the lefty going to his right there, coming back across his body.
Morehouse. Let's see if we get Richardson or Decker to flash to the top of the key.
But they're 10 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to do something real fast. Dix, short. Great hustle there by Lanier. Hey, all right, we got elbows hooked. Nobody wants to give it up. Alternating possession. Jump ball right there between Lamar and Jeremiah.
It's going to stay with.
Excuse me, they called a foul. They called a foul on Jeremiah. Looks like Lamar will be going to the line. And Coach Alfred Jordan is going to take a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay right here, Rick. Rick, is that just par for the course of this type of rivalry with those players going at it like that?
You know, I don't know if that's part of the rivalry or that's just two players tangled up. Now, you know, the scowls and the mean mugging, the gas face, I'm telling myself I'm over it. You know, the on-site look, yeah, that's the rivalry.
That's the rivalry.
But right there, that's just two guys just fighting for the ball that nobody wants to give any ground or come across looking weak, if you could say anything. That's just a...
Everybody, I guess it's just like the football game, Rick. Everybody comes in right before halftime so they can see the band and the cheerleaders, you know, just like when y'all play football, man.
Oh, no.
They was packed up.
They show up for that game.
They was fighting to get in for the first quarter, right?
They show up in the first quarter looking good. Everybody looking good, styling like it's homecoming. It's like a mini homecoming for that game.
All right.
You're up on the hill. That's not a halftime show up for halftime game. That's a show up beginning of the game.
Yeah, there was a miss right there by Lamar. Rebound by
You showed up by the national anthem for that game. You might kneel on it too.
Well, at my alma mater, they still out in the parking lot tailgating at the national anthem, my brother.
Oh, well. That's why that's Tuskegee, and this is Morehouse.
Ball off of his leg, but they called a foul. That foul is called on number 4, Christian Lamar. That's only the 15th foul for Morehouse. As Clark Atlanta will have to take the ball out on the baseline right there. We're up under 1 minute to play here. As everybody starts getting ready for the halftime show. The halftime teams kind of lines up here behind us, Rick.
Yeah, I think we got a presentation by Mahogany in Motion. We got the band in the house, Mahogany in Motion in the house.
And we got a foul right there. That dunk was good.
We got Desmond Perkins in the house, and he's going to work. And now he's about to shoot 2 free throws with his team up by 2, 31-29 with 37 seconds to go in this first half there.
Yeah, Perkins at the line for 2. Morehouse can play down almost to the last shot. Not quite run it out here. Clark Atlanta will get one last possession here in this first half. Checking into the game for Morehouse, Demetrius Headsmith check that. Jamel McNeil replaces Christian Lamar for Morehouse. And no good. Rebound, Decker.
So we got a 4-second difference in the shot clock and the game clock. So Clark Atlanta's going to get another opportunity to score here. If you're Morehouse, you're going to let's eat some of this clock and then get a good shot.
We're at 10 on the shot clock.
Right.
Down to 5. Off the glass. No good for Richardson. We're at 7 seconds to go in the game. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. Inside, and it's off the glass. No good. Yes! So the follow through for Desmond Perkins.
There you go.
Great awareness by Perkins. The one he could not bring that down and had to go up with it quickly right there. We are at halftime here at Morehouse. We're going to take a break. We may come back with part of the. Now we're going to run our regular halftime show. You are watching Morehouse College basketball right here on the Black College Sports Network and HBCU League Pass Plus. We'll see you in 15 minutes.
As I mentioned earlier, with John, you're the executive director of the Celebration Bowl. Just curious, how does one become an executive director of the bowl? I mean, what are the qualifications?
That's a good question because I still don't know the answer to that. It wasn't really something that I was pursuing. I was chief executive for 100 Black Women of Atlanta, and we actually ran a game, the Atlanta Football Classic, that featured Florida A&M and Tennessee State.
Okay.
And when ESPN was looking to launch the bowl game in Atlanta, they reached out to me through the commissioner at that time to have a meeting with them.
In terms of what that looks like, but I want to do a little comparison so you get a chance of what does that look like. Obviously, you have the major bowls, and you've seen what they do as they off the chart in terms of the New Year's Six, $14 million, significant type of money. But you see how long they've been in the business for the Rose Bowl, going back 100 years in terms of what they do there and how they're tied into the CFP and how they have really engulfed all that money. But if you look at some of the other bowls out there, there was an article that talked about the Quick Lane Bowl, really focusing on New Mexico State, which it was encouraging fans to purchase tickets. And it wasn't so much about purchasing tickets. Obviously, you want to support your team. But a lot of it would maybe be the distance that a lot of fans wouldn't necessarily travel for a 6-6 Aggies team that was playing a 6-6 Bowling Green Falcons team, if you would, coming out of the MAC all the way in Detroit. So they were asking fans to support the team that did make a bowl and purchase tickets so they could donate them to Detroit area youth. That's a great thing for the youth to get a chance to get out and see some college football. But I wanted to get into some of the money. When you talk about this particular matchup, when you see what was going on here, 3 things to know about the Bowling Green as they entering into at that time the Quick Lane Bowl, which was this past week, if you would, a week ago, I should say. The university closed travel cost them $400,000 travel to Detroit. When you talk about the Celebration Bowl, one thing is unique. You heard last year they got the deal with Delta actually flew the teams in there to Atlanta, and that was at no cost to the teams. So you didn't have to worry about that type of cost where you see it doing $400K for Detroit. And so some interesting things there when you think about it. But this is really, it was interesting when I seen this, when you talk about these payouts. Because a lot of folks talk about $1 million, $2, $3 million payouts for these bowls. One thing people don't realize, a lot of times these bowls have a bigger number in there, but they'll charge you, as you see, for your travel, your hotel stay, food and things of that nature while you in there. They'll also charge you for the band in terms of the band and who you bring in there. They'll charge you a ticket price for the band members in the stand. And so the payout for the Quick Lane Bowl was $150K. Yeah, let me say that again. The payout for that bowl game was $150K, and which is why you see the fact that they were encouraging the fans to buy tickets, because this is where it can get a little benefit to the team. New Mexico State athletic director was quoted saying that the university will retain 100% of the revenue from the first 2,000 tickets it sells, 50% of the next 2,000 tickets, which by New Mexico wants its fan base to purchase all of these tickets, because if they did, they could recoup $420K in terms of what that means. So just to give you some indications of what's out there and why you really need to look at the contracts, or at least get some more information of some generalities of these various bowl games to get an understanding of what that looks like. So just on the surface, I'll go to you, Charles. What are your thoughts in terms of what that looks like when you see, especially some of these small bowls, in terms of what they bring to the table when you compare? Because a lot of folks will instantly go to the larger bowl games and say, hey, they're paying out this. And just so one of the things we always like to talk about only is the business side. So you see some of the numbers that go out there and get an understanding what that looks like. What are your thoughts?
Tremendously enlightening to really find out some of the ancillary costs. I think that those are things that you almost oftentimes take for granted, Dr. Gill, that you know, those the charging for the band and things of that nature. So you never sort of calculate those into what goes into the bigger picture. But it's fascinating to see the numbers finally, you know, out there for all of us to really grasp and understand, you know, what a jewel that you have within the Celebration Bowl, I think.
Yeah, and you see the numbers continue to move up, which always helps both in terms of attendance and the ratings, which is more powerful. So when you sit back in the table, it gives you a chance to continue to push for bigger payouts. Mike, what are your thoughts in terms of just getting a different framework of what the bowl landscape, how varied it can be at the time?
Yeah, you often wonder, you know, you look at all of the activities that take place, and then you look at, you know, who's transporting the group here, who's transporting the group here, who's paying for this dinner, who's providing gift baskets for the team. Those are all costs that are buried underneath the umbrella of the bowl cost. So, and you take that into consideration, and then you wonder, does the bowl game have the sustainability of growth and volume over the course of 3 to 5 years to kind of, you know, eat a lot of those ancillary costs down, you know, such as transportation costs, hotel costs, dining costs, you know, their awards costs, or whatever. I think in some bowls, some of the bigger bowls, I think some of the players get gifts or whatever. You wonder where that's covered, what pot that's covered in. So you get all those little, I guess, trinkets into that big basket of bowl costs. And then it gives you a different insight on, is this a viable bowl game? And like CB said, all that in consideration, it gives you more of an appreciation for not only the performance of the Celebration Bowl, but the growth that you've seen over the last 5-6 years.
Would be applicable for this show. Drew, as you kind of listen to other recap shows, I know through the course of the week, I know Dr. Cavill's show, we did one for the O&G. Anything that's come out of those shows that maybe you forgot about?
Yeah. Every show has come up with something that has jumped off my mind, fell off the radar, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that," because obviously a lot of it deals with perspective.
Come on, Cheyenne!
And what your interests are, but there are a lot of stories that were out there, and we were even discussing some yesterday that were left off everybody's list, and we were going back and forth with each other as we were trying to get our headlines together for this show. It was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And then here's the other thing, Brian. How many of those stories you were like, was that this year? Was that last year? As these sports years tend to, when you go from sports year to calendar year and try to remember whether it occurred in that calendar year or in an academic year, it gets kind of tough sometimes keeping all that stuff together. And one other thing, Brian, I did have one new vocabulary word that I got in my lexicon this year, Brian.
Okay.
Duopoly.
Yes. Yeah.
I learned what a duopoly was. If I didn't learn anything else this year, I learned what a duopoly was thanks to HBCU Go and those people over there.
Yeah, I think we talked about this a little last week. The overwhelming contract with the whole HBCU Go was probably the story or moment. It definitely was one of the top three, I think, of the year. I mean, you could, whether you want to say Coach Prime and the year of Coach Prime, the good, bad, and the ugly, whether you want to include that as one of the moments of the year, because it seemed like every week, every month, there was something. The HBCU Go deal, what we learned about compliance, those are just some of the things that, but I think media rights and understanding, and I still, to this day, Drew, don't think people really grasp media rights, because I think people still are comparing, which you should never do. You're comparing a billion dollar industry, SEC, with $1 million industry, which is SWAC. And it's two different things, So I think night and day. It's night and day, and I think there's also a historical precedent in that as well, which also I think affects, the numbers. So I just, I think we're still looking for clarity. I think people are looking for their own individual understanding, because I think most of us are visual.
33-29 is your halftime score here in Forbes Arena. Clark Atlanta with the lead. Rick, we've had a very exciting first half here. Not a lot of scoring, but part of the course for these two teams, Rick.
Well, actually, you know what, Drew? We're right on pace. We said first team to 65 wins this game, so we're at 33-29. We're halfway there. And, as I look through the game and I look through the halftime stats, and a couple things jump out to me. First of all, you got to give it up to Justin Longstreet and Jalen Williams. They're shooting, Justin Longstreet, 75% from three-pointers. He done hit 3 for 4. We saw that boy go off, all right? Jalen Williams, he's hitting 2 for 4. Those are Clark Atlanta's leading scorers. They're 10 and 11 respectively. So those two players are carrying the load, carrying the offense for Clark Atlanta. Morehouse on the other side. One thing I'm liking about this team, they're only down by 4. They've only got 6 turnovers in this first half. Now remember, they were averaging 15 to 20 in the last 2 games. So they're slowed down, they're not turning the ball over, and they're rebounding. They've got 16 total rebounds to Clark, so 9 total rebounds of 9. So they cut the turnovers down, they're getting the ball, rebounding the ball, and they're only down by 4. I still believe in this squad. They're going to come out with that enthusiasm. They're going to come out with that emotion. It's still a rivalry game, so expect a different performance on this second half.
You talked about those turnovers. At the timeout with 10:36 in the first half, Morehouse had 4 turnovers. They did not turn the ball over the last 8 minutes of the first half.
Just 2 more.
Just 2 more times. And those occurred between 10:36 and 8.
There you go.
So, also, here's something interesting. Justin Longstreet, you said 3 for 4 from three-point land. That shot rims off for Morehouse. Ball is controlled by Williams. But he's 4 for 8 overall. That means he's 1 for 4 inside two-point land. Think about that.
Yeah, but if you knock it down 3 for 4, just keep on jacking him from way down deep, as they say.
Exactly. His range is the parking lot. 7 seconds remain on the shot clock for Clark. Step back jumper, no good. Ball is
and that's how Clark started the game. Moving the ball, being patient on offense, and waiting for a good shot.
Long 3 right there is good for McNair. Brings Morehouse to within 1 point.
And, Morehouse has got to knock down those good looks. They've had some open shots early on. They seem to maybe have settled down. They had 2 air balls early in the game. But McNair's come out, knocked down a 3. And Clark Atlanta's come out missing a couple shots. And here comes.
And there's the foul call.
They bailed him out with that one. The ref bailed him out with that one. That was a wild shot right there by Horace Wyatt III. I don't know what that kid's major is, but he sounded like a lawyer.
I think that foul was called on Mamadou Diallo. And Rick, I don't know if you noticed out there, he's not in the frame right now. Yes, he is. He is in the frame. Out there above the three-point line is Eamon Williams back into the game. So whatever it was that happened to him in the first half, they put a little tape on it or whatever they need to do to get him back out here.
They did it like football. They just said rub some dirt on it and get back out there.
Rub some dirt. Yes. Second shot is up and no good. Controlled by Diallo.
All right, here
Clark
comes
Atlanta
the
with the press again.
Slow it down, pull it back out, set your offense.
And that was a foul. Got him on the follow through. That foul is called on number 21, Demetrius Headsmith.
Yeah, he's going to shoot 2 for that one.
Williams is still limping just a little bit, but he's looking better than he was when he went into that locker room. But that's a sight for sore eyes right there. You got the guard over there at 5'10". You're looking at a 6'11" center standing in front of a 6'9" coach that was there in that shot. That was just a funny shot I just saw right there.
You just like the optics of it.
Yeah, just
what I saw was coaching. What I saw was a coach coaching and players listening, eager to be coached.
What I saw was a miss on the second free throw right there, which allows Clark to maintain a 1-point lead.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm also seeing is a packed crowd here at Forbes Arena.
It's not Archer-esque though, is it?
No. It doesn't get as packed in here.
And there's a turnover. Charged out with a Jalen Williams.
Yeah, as we are here on they're playing on Arthur McAfee Jr. floor, but Archer Hall was special. It's small, so you don't take a lot of people to pack that place. But this right here, this gets loud.
Yeah.
Forbes Arena gets loud.
Forbes Arena capacity of about 5,000 people. Teardrop, no good. Ball, offensive rebound by Morehouse, and there's a big three right there for Robin White.
Robin White with the three on the pass from Evan Williams, who unselfishly gave it up so that White can knock down that three-pointer. And
Coach,
just like that, Maroon Tigers are up 36-34 with 17:20 to go. He's looking for contact.
That's a step. That's a step right there.
Jalen Williams is looking for the contact. He bumped him, but he stopped doing it. But that's you know what? If you're on my squad and you go in strong like that, I'm okay with that. I can live with that.
And that was a great job by the defender staying vertical and not going into him and forcing that travel call right there. There's another turnover for Clark Atlanta. Morehouse in his version of his dribble weave. Great go, no, ball's on the ground. We're going to have a jump ball. Got to get everybody untangled down there. Should go over to Clark Atlanta.
Man, that looked like a tie, but it looked like a fumble, a scrambler for the ball.
Exactly.
And the refs trying to peel off the bodies to see who got the ball on the bottom of the pile.
Exactly. Here comes that guy, Rick. Checking back into the game is Justin Longstreet.
We'll see if Coach Jordan put him in to give him some of that microwave offense, that instant offense.
Touches the ball. His first time back on the court.
He looked like he about to go to work. He's looking for his own shot. Look at him.
Step back, fall away. Yes. Longstreet.
I'm telling you, it looked like Coach Jordan put him to the side and said, son, go get buckets.
All right, it's your time.
Go get buckets.
And you would think he would be a starter, but, some players just prefer coming off the bench because Longstreet's been in this conference for a long time. Not quite sure if this is his 5th or his 6th year because of COVID, but he's definitely been in this conference for a while. That foul's called on number 20, Garen Douglas. His third personal foul. Checking back into the game for Morehouse is Horace Wyatt, replacing Douglas, who just picked up that foul.
It's Wyatt coming back in for Clark.
Yeah, Clark.
Yeah, coming back in for Clark. And let's see with 20 seconds to go on the clock what Morehouse does. Looks like Robin White's trying to go to work. He had a step.
Great drive, no good, off the rim, but we've got a foul. That foul's going to be on Longstreet as he got beat on the weave right there. McNair will be at the line for 2.
So McNair's going to shoot 2. And we're tied up 36 apiece with 16:03 to go in the game.
And we're going to go back to this replay earlier. This long three right here by Robin White.
I didn't know he hit the poles on him.
Yes,
I didn't know he was out there stunned on him.
See, on the replay shows you
I didn't know that. I must have missed that.
First shot was up and good by McNair, and second one is also up and good. Gives Morehouse a 2-point lead, just over 16 minutes remaining here in the first half.
All right, it's Justin Longstreet bringing the ball up the court. Let's see if they go back to Longstreet. They look for some offense someplace else with some motion. That's a turnover.
There's a turnover. We have a turnover and a timeout there, Rick.
That was just bad communication between two players. One thought the other was going to do something else. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here at Forbes Arena at Morehouse College, the Black College Sports Network.
I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire.
Crypto is complicated, but as a tax expert with crypto experience, you can hand your taxes off to me. You do your thing, we've got your taxes. Intuit, TurboTax Live.
T. Madden and Associates is a sophisticated and experienced law firm located in your neighborhood. We're turning injury to cash.
T. Madden and Associates obtained almost $2 million for my injury. They turned my injury to cash.
Now, we can't guarantee how much your injury is worth, but we've recovered millions for our clients. Call T. Madden and Associates at 833-PAID-123. That's 833-PAID-123.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
It's like a loop machine.
We're up under 16 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Morehouse has come back and taken a 2-point lead here at Forbes Arena. The band is crunked up to the point where you can barely hear each other.
Drew, I could barely hear you with the band cranking up like that.
No shot right there. Ball's going to be on the baseline. That foul's called on number 21, Demetrius Hedgesmith. His third. Check that. That was Horace Wyatt on that foul. The runner off the glass gets his own rebound. No good. No good there by Douglas. Excuse me. Check that by White.
I had a buddy I used to play with. He used to always say, "Follow your own shot," and that's what Robin White did. He didn't get it to fall, but that's some fundamental basketball that you can be proud of right there.
Got a big score right there. Morehouse ultimately controls the ball. Ball falls into the hands of Diallo. Get it back. Feed the big man. Feed the big man. Jump hook. Left-handed. No good. Off the glass. Ball's controlled by Wyatt. No, that was a great job by the big man there. He got the rebound on one end, ran down to the other end, got good post position, but just was unable to make the bucket.
Well, I mean, you made a good play. Like you say, he just wasn't able to knock it down. And here comes Morehouse running, rebounding and running. Robin White.
Robin White, no good. Rejected. Diallo, no good. We got a whistle, and we've got a foul call.
You can feel it in this arena right now, Drew. This crowd is ready for a big dunk, a big play, something that they can just get behind and explode on. And it's like who's that comedian had that joke? Like Luther's curl just can't quite get there. We close. They close.
Desmond Perkins on that foul right there. Diallo at the line for two. First one is up and good. Subs coming into the game, checking in for Morehouse. Nate Lacewell checking in for Clark Atlanta. Bernice Sorrell. And
they got some talking going on out there. They got some talking going out there.
I believe that was Hedgesmith checking back into the game also. And this Morehouse and Clark, you don't expect talking?
Well, I expect some talking. I just don't want none of that Shannon Sharp talking.
I got you. Let the ball do the talking. Checking into the game for Morehouse is Nate Lacewell.
That's right. Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. Let the ball do the talking for you. Let the scoreboard do the talking. 40-36 with 14 and a half to go here at Forbes Arena. The Maroon Tigers over the Panthers. And now, if you don't stop him, you're going to the rack, dog. Come on now.
Score for Longstreet.
You know that kid going to the rack. Right now, one thing I'm noticing, I'm not like seeing any movement from Morehouse on offense.
They're very stagnant. Long rebound. Goes over to Williams. Williams drives down, and he is fouled. And who's going to pick that up? There were two Morehouse Maroon Tigers there. The foul goes to number 1, Williams, and we're going to have a 2-shot foul right there. And here, once again, we take a look at that dribble drive right there. No one just rotated over for Morehouse. First free throw was up and good.
So right now for Clark Atlanta, your offense is Jalen Williams and Justin Longstreet. That's
it.
It's the Williams and Longstreet show.
Dix just checked into the game for Morehouse. Longstreet makes good. Williams makes good on the second. Clark goes back to the 1-2, 1-1.
Morehouse has got to move the ball.
We're at 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Lacewell's going to take
down
a three.
Down to 5. Long three. No good for Lacewell. Ball is controlled off the glass for Wyatt.
You know he was taking that three. He looked up, saw the shot clock, and stepped right into it. It was a good shot for him.
Longstreet. Let's come off the stagger screen. Step back. No good for Williams. Ball's controlled by Clark. Pull-up jump shot is up and good for Sorrell.
That's Bernice Serial.
And then he comes back and tries to make the defensive play. Ball goes out of bounds off of him, but hey, I'm not going to sit here and celebrate. I'm going to still come back and play some defense, says Bernice Sorrell. Great inside possession. Triple team down there in the post. Foul is called on number 12 to Mike John.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball down
check that
there,
number 21, Demetrius Headsmith.
If you're going to throw the ball down there into Richardson, you might want to just look for an inside-out game with either Lacewell or Robin White.
Speaking of Lacewell.
I'm sorry, Robert Dix. One of them play a little inside out as Dix goes in.
That probably is going to be on Williams. Yes, Williams grabbed his left arm as Dix was spinning around, getting ready to shoot right there.
Well,
pretty
6'5",
easy call.
205. So he's trying to put all that on him.
Yeah. Well, he sure got a good fistful of it right there.
Well, he's got the size advantage. You got a smaller player on you. Bag him down, take him in the paint, go to work.
First shot is up and good for Dix. Checking into the game for Clark Atlanta, number 20, Garrett Douglas. Dix unable to get the second. Have we had anybody hit 2 free throws on a 2-shot foul today, Rick? It doesn't seem like it. I'm pretty sure we have.
I feel like Jalen Williams just did.
He might be the only one. Longstreet out there dancing with the ball. Comes off the stagger. Same play.
Place
Different
well.
result.
Skies for the rebound. And here come the Maroon Tigers. That's a good shot by Evan Williams.
Williams steps into it, knocks it
That's a good shot
down.
by Evan Williams with the 3.
Gives Morehouse a 2-point lead. Back and forth we go in this ball game, Rick. Neither one of these teams can shake each other. That shot is off. No good. Morehouse is able to maintain control.
This is one of those moments in the game where you need to be patient, make something happen, but
that's not it.
That's not it.
Now you needs to break. We got something.
They
got a foul call. Foul is called on Dix as we get ready for a media timeout. 44-42. We got a replay. 44-42 is our score. We'll be right back here on HBCU League Pass Plus.
People think unusual circumstances means complicated taxes. But for a TurboTax Live expert like me, it just makes things interesting. So, give us everything you've got.
What if I'm a professional gamer with a ton of expenses?
If they help drive views, let's talk deductions.
What if I'm in a state with no income tax, but my survival videos are viewed in 38 countries?
I can help. And if this is a business dinner, save those jerky receipts. An interesting life can mean an even greater refund. You do your thing. We've got your taxes. Intuit TurboTax Live.
Verizon just gave us all a brand new iPhone 13.
We've been customers for years. I thought new phones were for new customers. We got iPhone 13s too, switched to Verizon 2 minutes ago.
Ours were busted, and we still got a shiny new one.
Check it out. So wait, everybody gets the same great deal?
I think that's the point.
iPhone 13 on us for every customer. Current, new, everyone. On any unlimited plan, starting at just $35. All on the network more people rely on.
44-42 is the score. 11:30 remain here in the first half. As we take a look at Williams stepping into that 3, that transition 3, get an assist to Robert Dix on that particular play right there. And that's how you run a good transition basketball game and getting a good wide open look at a 3. Nothing more.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what you want. You saw they came down under control, knew exactly what he wanted to do with the ball, stepped into the 3, shot it confidently, and put his team up by 2 with 11:30 to go.
When we come back to live action here, going to have side out of bounds for Clark Atlanta. Inbounded the ball for Clark will be Jalen Williams. Longstreet decides not to use the screen. Was going to pull it out.
Well, I tell you.
Little miscommunication up top. Gets it over to Williams.
Less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. We got Williams and Longstreet out the top.
You think he's going to pass this ball? I highly doubt it. Oh, the tip is no good.
What a nice tip.
Williams. What we got? We got a whistle.
While they try to sort this out there, Drew, let me tell you, Clark Atlanta is having a tough time shooting this second half of the basketball game. They shot 53% from the field for the first half. So far through the second half, only 27%. Almost 50% from three-pointers. 0% the second half.
Ball winds up in the possession of Morehouse. I don't know if they said that may have been offensive basket interference or it was a shot clock issue, but something happened right there that forced the referee to stop the clock as he tries to give a quick explanation to Coach Alfred Jordan over there.
All right, well, that's how you break that press. Now we got to set up this. Now they got to set up the offense. And they go into Richardson, throw it out. Nope, he's going to stay working. He's traveling. He's shuffled the feet.
So Morehouse probably went about a good 10 clock minutes without a turnover. Now they're getting
one turnover from between beginning of the second half and that turnover. They've only had one, so you know they ended with 6 in the first half. This is 7th or 8th one for the game so far.
So let's hope that I can live with 1 turnover every 10 minutes if I was a basketball. So I could deal with 2 every 10 minutes.
Well, that's how they got back in this game, and that's why they're up. Cut down on the turnovers, and they're keeping Clark Atlanta down to 27% shooting from the field.
Douglas gets hit on the spin move down there on the baseline with the foul.
That's a recipe for success if I've ever seen one.
Yes, it is. Where Morehouse made the adjustments and able to break that press consistently. And even though Clark Atlanta is still showing the press, just not having that effect that it once had in those first couple of minutes of the ball game. And we've got a little bit more confusion here.
Well, they're going to get it sorted out. Trust me when I tell you that. We got a packed house. We got the band loud as I don't know what. And I think that's what's part of the problem is if there's ever such a thing as too much excitement.
All right, they're going to give him another free throw. The band started playing during the middle of the first free throw.
Okay.
Which is
a no-no.
Yes, a no-no. The fans can do what they want to, but the band cannot play. Yeah. And they're going to give him his 2 free throws again.
Well, they probably have to talk to the coach to get word to the band, or that's going to be a technical foul on the school.
And I think that gets charged as a delay of game to the coach. And the next time it happens, it will be a technical foul. Don't quote me on that, though.
Oh, I mean, hey, that tracks, you know. You go to some schools, when the opposing team is shooting free throws, they jiggling keys or they waving their fingers. They hitting with the spirit fingers.
You know, we just did all that. We got the same result, Rick.
You come in here to force, we're gonna slap you with some bass, slap you with that drum line while you shooting to see if you can stay focused.
Surprised we don't have the thunder sticks.
Some thunder sticks, hitting with some thunder sticks, blow them up.
Yes, sir.
All right, it's 44-43, just over 10 to go.
You know what this game looks like it may ultimately come down to, and I'm going to say this at the 10-minute mark. We'll say if this be through. Let's see who can hit some free throws down the stretch. Neither one of these teams are doing anything from the charity stripe today. Nothing consistent.
Yeah, free throws are going to be big in any tight game.
2 seconds on the shot clock. Rams out for Lacewell. Controlled by Longstreet.
Coach Jordan's telling Jalen Williams to come get the ball.
I wanted it one of y'all 2 hands. Y'all figure it out. I don't care.
Hey, he's running his offense through Williams and Longstreet. Like a buddy cop series on CBS.
Corner jump shot is good for Horace Wyatt III.
Horace Wyatt said, "Don't forget about me, Coach. I can shoot the ball too."
That's that Andre Iguodala. I can hit this if I need to.
He's hit big shots before.
Oh, that's a solid screen right there. Jump shot by Williams is no good. Rebound by Lacewell. And ball out of bounds, and it is saved. Clark Atlanta gets the ball. And that's not a good sign if you are Clark Atlanta. Lacewell looks like he is, I don't know if that's a cramp or he's stepped on something or what. Looks like there might be a cramp right there.
I can't see what player that is.
That's Longstreet.
Oh, Justin Longstreet?
Yeah, they checked out the game. Perkins is back in replacing Longstreet. Yeah, it looks like they're stretching them out over there on the sideline. There's definitely a
probably caught a cramp.
Yeah. Probably got that little nick in the right place when he landed over there.
Well, that's going to be tough for Clark because he's a big part of their offense between himself and Jalen Williams.
And there's a hand check right there on Dix. I expect the offense to run through Williams for the remaining time until Longstreet's able to get back into the game.
But yeah, he's gonna create for them. He's the offense right now.
Coming into the game for Clark Atlanta is Jamel McNair. You know, Rick, looking up and down this roster, there are 10 players between these two teams who hail from the Metro Atlanta area. I guarantee you they got some cousins and aunties and everything else up in this house right now.
Oh, they play ball here in Atlanta.
Yes.
And I'm sure they're watching the game here, and if they can't watch the game here, they can't watch it live, they can watch it on the Black College Sports Network on the live stream.
Hey, that was Des Perkins with a nice deep catch for the easy bucket right there. Puts Clark Atlanta up 4.
It looks like the zone is starting to give Morehouse some problems right now.
Got to have a zone buster somewhere in there. Williams is not on the court, so it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to be able to get some outside shooting from somewhere. Oh, that was a great dump down on the high-low right there. Foul was called.
That foul's called on Jacoby Strozier for Clark Atlanta.
Yeah, I couldn't see the referee's fingers. Good pickup right there. We're going to have a media timeout here before we get to the line. When we come back to the live action, Ahmad Decker will be at the line for 2 from Forbes Arena right here on the campus of Morehouse College. We'll be right back after these messages.
When you work in IT, complaints are part of the job.
Bill says the coffee's weak today.
But since CDW helped us switch to Mac, everyone's happier. Dan from finance likes getting performance without a big price tag. Phoebe digs the power of the Apple M1 chip. Mac is easy to manage, compatible with all our apps, and came pre-configured by CDW. Now we're even getting compliments.
That was Bill again, says he loves his new Mac. He's right about the coffee.
Hey, babe, meet us at the bottom of the trail.
Oh, man.
Hey.
Open up. The redesigned Chevy Silverado with a sophisticated high-tech interior.
Open the door.
It's easy to forget it's a truck.
Thanks.
Nice truck.
It was.
Find new style. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down.
At HBCUs, there's no
At the line as we come back to action is Ahmad Decker. Two shots for Decker as he tries to cut this to a one-possession game for Morehouse. Excuse me, check that. That was a 1-and-1. And he misses the front end of it. Perkins grabbed the rebound right there. Clark Atlanta hasn't been in a hurry all day. Why should they start now? Williams. Can't let the lefty go left. Elbow jump shot, no good. Offensive rebound by Clark Atlanta, and the foul is Warren Douglas.
Warren Douglas getting up and down on the rebound. Looks like Kerry Richardson's going to come out. Diallo's going to take a seat for Morehouse.
Douglas at the line for 2. First one is up and good. And just as you said, Richardson is back into the ball game. Places Diallo. Diallo's probably going to get ready for the stretch run here. Hey, we got 2 in a row for a change.
That's what we want.
That's really not what we want, but it's not good to see.
We want a good competitive game. I want these kids all to perform their best.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, the better team will win, and I can live with that.
Dix, drives through, weaves through traffic, and we've got a foul call. Decker is going to be going to the line as he got that rebound, and he'll be going to the line for 2.
Well, we're inching closer and closer to 60-65, which we said was the mark. First one to 65 wins. But you may have called this one, Drew. We're going to need some free throws. We're going to need to knock down these free throws, climb back in this game.
Knocks the first one down. Can't hit 2 in a row unless you hit the first one, Rick. Here comes that man, Rick. Justin Longstreet.
He's back in the game.
Back into the game. Got that cramp worked out. Also checking into the game for Morehouse, Christian Lamar. Hey, 2 in a row. That's 4 in a row between these two teams. I know that's the first time today we've seen that.
We don't count for free throw streaks for both teams. That's not how that works.
Hey, as bad as they've been shooting free throws, this is exactly how bad it works today.
What we got going on the other side? Kerry Richardson was going for the steal. It looks like he might have bumped him, and there's a foul called on him.
Got another 1-and-1 opportunity.
Desmond Perkins is going to shoot 2 free throws.
One and one.
1-and-1.
Yep, that streak comes to an end real fast. Turnover. Sorrell inside, ball is rejected by Perkins, gets it rejected back and scores.
Didn't give up on the play. Here comes this trap, the press that Morehouse has had a problem with the last few games.
And just like that, you see who's checking in, going to the table there, Rick.
Got to get Evan Williams back in the game.
Has to get back into this game.
Go up strong.
Spin move right there. It's short. Shot was short by Decker.
That was a good move, but he just didn't knock it down. This kid Justin Longstreet's got some James Harden in his game.
There's a step back. No good. Douglas with the rebound. Gets it out to Williams. Longstreet's calling for it over in the corner, but Williams doesn't see him. Comes off the screen. Over to Longstreet.
He's looking for some room. 6 seconds on the shot clock.
And that's up and good for
Sorrell for 3. You know his name's Sorrell the third. I don't know if they call him Trey, but they've been traders, Trey for Trey. And Morehouse taking a timeout.
Calls timeout, and we're going to do the same right here on HBCU Pass Plus and the Black College Sports Network.
At HBCUs, there's no limit to who we can be. Black and inspired and thriving. Black and magnetic and sing. From the classrooms to the quad, our passion is our purpose. We are leaders and legacy. So when you look at what we accomplish next, you'll know where it started. For who you are and who you want to be, we're here.
I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire.
Crypto is complicated, but as a tax expert with crypto experience, you can hand your taxes off to me. You do your thing, we've got your taxes. Intuit, TurboTax Live.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
It's like a loop machine.
Morehouse with its largest deficit of the day. They trail by 9 with 5:30 to go. You know, they trailed 12-4 early in the first half. So 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes remaining. What does Morehouse have to do to get back into this ball game?
Well, one thing I know that they don't want to do is this is not the position you want to be in with 5 minutes to go, and then the momentum, and I'm putting air quotes up, on going for Clark and Lanham. This was just a 4-point game just a couple minutes ago.
And that shot rims out for Richardson. Terrell comes down. Clark's definitely going to do their best to run some time. The basket here makes it double digits for Clark Atlanta. As we get just over a minute before we get to our final media timeout of the day. And too many steps for Longstreet. Oh, we got a little talking about where they go get some chicken at after the game. We going to Lee's?
Steagles. Just go to Steagles, get your little wing on wheat.
All right.
If they, I don't even know if Steagles still open, but that's where I used to eat.
I got you.
I swear, I think it was like $1.99, $2.99.
They definitely ain't that price, though, boy. And that's a great drive right there by Dix.
Get your little wing on wheat at Steagles. This Robert Dix flying in for a 2-pointer.
And right now, if you're Morehouse, you need to get a bucket and a stop. And eventually you'll have control of this ball game once again.
Well, you know where they're going right now. There's a steal.
Oh! Yes, it is. And no, once again. Third time, no. And Clark Atlanta ultimately comes out with the ball. Decker came out with the ball. Right there for Justin.
The Atlanta crowd is going crazy on.
Oh my God! You would think we was over X with this kind of noise.
I'm telling you, this arena right now is half Clark, half Morehouse. It might be Mo Clark. I don't know the way this crowd got into it.
Let's see if we can take one last look at that as we get ready to go into this break. Comes out there. Longstreet comes down. There's the alley, and there is the hoop right there on the transition. 3:48 remain here in the ball game. We'll be right back after these messages.
I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire.
Crypto is complicated, but as a tax expert with crypto experience, you can hand your taxes off to me. You do your thing, we've got your taxes. Intuit, TurboTax Live.
T. Madden and Associates is a sophisticated and experienced law firm located in your neighborhood. We're turning injury to cash.
T. Madden and Associates obtained almost $2 million for my injury. They turned my injury to cash.
Now, we can't guarantee how much your injury is worth, but we've recovered millions for our clients. Call T. Madden and Associates at 833-PAID-123. That's 833-PAID-123.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
It's like a loop machine.
At the line for Morehouse, Kerry Richardson.
Down by 9, you got to knock these down.
Knock these down. Cannot have empty possessions if you're Morehouse here. Second one is good. Morehouse down 8. Tough time getting it in. There's a steal. Dix! He's fouled. He gets to go to the line. The great thing about this is Morehouse gets an opportunity to score without any time coming off the clock.
That's good. That's exactly what you want in this type of situation. You practice these situations. Down by 8. Down by 8 with 3:45 to go. Make the free throws. Set up your press. Get a turnover. Score again.
First one up and good. Let's see if we can do 2 in a row. And The second one is probably the most important one because it allows you to get that press set up. You want to hit them both, but you definitely need to hit the second one. And he does.
All right, here comes the press. This is step one of the master plan.
You know, we was here about a month ago, Rick, and we saw this happen to Tuskegee in this similar situation that they were down in this Morehouse press. Came and made it a ball game.
Pull it out, get it to Jalen Williams or Justin Longstreet. Get it to your best ball handlers, your best scorers.
Longstreet.
And eat some of this clock. Get it to them with 5 seconds to go. Let's watch them go to work. Now, if you know that they're going to do
5 on the clock.
You Morehouse need to be trapping them.
3 seconds.
You cannot give them a wide open layup.
Oh, my God. That can't happen. They had to step through. Williams brings it back for Morehouse. Transition, and he is fouled. He'll be at the line for the one and the bonus. Clock is still running. Has anybody realized the clock is still running? I've seen 5, 6, 7. 7 seconds just ran off the clock, Rick.
Yeah, I think coach is talking to him about it right now. He's over there talking to him. They're gonna probably put some. They're gonna put some.
Let's see where they put it back on there.
They're gonna put some seconds back on the clock.
Yeah. 3:10. 3:10 is where we reset the clock at. Williams misses the first one. Need this second one so that you can set up your pressure. And checking into the game is Lamar for Dix. Looks like we may be playing a little bit of offense-defense right here. And that one rams out for Williams. They're still in the press, though. Longstreet. And clock breaks it. Now they're going to look to get it back up top and run some clock.
Gotta get a steal.
Get to Williams. And the throwdown right there. There's my Perkins with the throwdown.
And the emphatic dunk. Clark Atlanta up by 10. Morehouse just got us. We got to score right here.
Morehouse can't get anything going. Jump hook is no good. Off the iron. Richardson rebound. Richardson again. We've got a jump ball. Checking back into the game is Robert Dix. And Clark Atlanta calls a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay right here. Let's see if we can get take another look at this emphatic throwdown here by Desmond Perkins. And there you go. Hello there, my little friend. Down 10 points, 2:30 left here in the ball game. Ball is going to be Morehouse's basketball coming out here out of this 30-second timeout. Morehouse, what are you going to run right here to try to get your easy bucket?
Actually, you know, that is a great question, Drew. I don't think that there is an answer for the way this Clark Atlanta defense has been playing of late. An easy bucket, I don't think there's such thing as an easy bucket.
Can I say quick bucket then?
Okay, quick bucket might be different.
Okay, let's say quick bucket.
All right. Now you can run. You can go right into Richardson and he can go to work right there, but it wasn't going to be easy.
McNair, dribble drive, off the glass, no good. Richardson with the follow right there. It was quick. It wasn't easy, but it was quick.
It was quick. Took a little longer than I expected, but they got a good bucket. They got
Morehouse with the press. They may have to take the timeout. No, they get it in. Perkins gets it over to Longstreet. Longstreet comes down, and he's going to take it himself, and it rims out. Got what you wanted out of that.
That's what you want. Now let's push and get another easy bucket. Quick bucket. Good bucket.
That's not what you wanted on the return. Dix got up in the air and didn't have anything to do with the ball.
There's some issues right there with lacking fundamentals. You don't leave your feet without some place to go with the
ball. That's another control by Dix, and there's the unintentional foul there.
And that's an intentional foul.
For real.
No, that was intentional. He wanted to stop the break.
It was on purpose, but it wasn't intentional. They stopped the break.
Get you a dictionary.
Intentional means we going to line for two in the ball. on purpose mean I wanted to fight to stop the fast break and put you at the line and let you be one of those
two. That's an intentional foul. Let's get you a dictionary. I'm gonna get you an app. I'm just gonna send you the app for your phone.
And see, it worked. He got what he wanted out of it. Dick Smith is the first one.
We just got to knock these down. We got to knock down these free throws. And you called it early in our broadcast whether or not Morehouse was going to be, either one of these teams was going to be able to knock down the free throws.
Exactly.
It looks like
at the 10-minute mark.
Morehouse is in the position where they're the ones that have to knock down their free throws to try to get a W. They're down by 7 now with 1:39 to go. And there's the pressure.
In trouble.
There's a trap. There's a steal. All the way.
And he makes another one. Down to 5 points.
It's 61-56. Clark Atlanta. Here comes Morehouse with their pressure.
We've seen this from Morehouse before when they scrub in these last couple of minutes.
And I remember we told you Morehouse is only playing 9. They only got 9 players. So fatigue is an issue right now.
Well, they've got number 10. Number 10 is unable to play because of the pressure, because of the injury that he suffered early in the game.
Here comes the 7 seconds on the clock.
And there's a foul. And that hurts with only 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Yeah, you let him off the hook right there.
Yeah.
You make him use all 26 seconds or 30 seconds to force a shot. And then all of a sudden you bail them out with a foul. Now they shoot 2 free throws.
Williams comes back in off his defense for Morehouse. He comes in and replaces Lamar. Into the game is Wyatt, and I believe that's Headsmith. I can't quite see his number. Yeah,
let's see if Daniel Williams can knock down his free throws.
And Williams misses it. That keeps Morehouse in the ball game. And there's a 3 attempt by Williams.
Got everybody on their feet right now. Game here. 59-61 right now. With 37 seconds to go. And there's a timeout on the floor.
As we come down, watch this dribble. Watch this handoff right here. Back to Williams. Up. And once again.
There it is.
Possession ball game right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you came to. This is what you came here for in the AUC.
I'm gonna tell you right now, group. We got kids going through all kinds of emotions right now. We got kids taking their jerseys off, throwing them to the floor in a bad play, picking them back up, waving them around in the crowd when they get a 3. We had a backflip challenge between the cheerleaders. We getting everything in here. We got the band going. We got a close game. We got Morehouse. We got Clark. We got a rivalry.
We got the football players standing up over there in the corner. What you got going on over there? Hey, this is just a capacity crowd. Everybody is into it. Whether you're a Panther, whether you're a Maroon Tiger, everyone is up on their feet right now, Rick.
This is for the bragging rights right now. It's 47 seconds left. I'm telling you, this is why we came to this game right now. This is why we are here, and this is what you want.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Not a blowout, not something that's out of hand, something that's close, that's competitive. This is why we came here today.
Last time these two teams met here at Forbes, it was 91-90 in favor of Morehouse. So this is what we get in this arena.
A 1 possession game.
Timeout. Oh, he's got him trapped in the corner. He's over in Kaufman's corner. And basketball. And I think Marcel is like, I was trying to call timeout, ref, but you didn't give it to me.
Well, they didn't give it to him.
So Morehouse has the ball
on the baseline
in the corner.
Basket.
42 seconds. So Morehouse will get at least one more possession in this game, make or miss.
Gotta calm down. Gotta get a good shot. Get in the lane. Evan Williams. I'm staying on my feet. Clark, look. Now, Clark, you got it into your two best players' hands, Williams and Longstreet.
And we've
Coach Jordan's calling the timeout.
We got a timeout here, and it is a. Let's see. It's going to be a full timeout. Wait, we're going to take a quick break. And we'll be right back for the stretch call right here on the Black College Sports Network.
People think unusual circumstances means complicated taxes. But for a TurboTax Live expert like me, it just makes things interesting. So, give us everything you've got.
What if I'm a professional gamer with a ton of expenses?
If they help drive views, let's talk deductions.
What if I'm in a state with no income tax, but my survival videos are viewed in 38 countries?
I can help. And if this is a business dinner, save those jerky receipts. An interesting life can mean an even greater refund. You do your thing. We've got your taxes. Intuit TurboTax Live.
Verizon just gave us all a brand new iPhone 13.
We've been customers for years. I thought new phones were for new customers. We got iPhone 13s too, switched to Verizon 2 minutes ago.
Ours were busted, and we still got a shiny new one.
Check it out. So wait, everybody gets the same great deal?
I think that's the point.
iPhone 13 on us for every customer. Current, new, everyone. On any unlimited plan, starting at just $35. All on the network more people rely on.
Back here to live action. Everyone is on their feet here in Forbes Arena as they take a look at Evan Williams with the great drive, pull-up jump shot from the elbow to tie the ball game up. Rick, here's the situation. 28.2 on the clock. 21 seconds remain on the shot clock. Tie score is 61 apiece. Clark Atlanta with the basketball. Talk to me, my brother.
Wait. Drew, you're getting the ball to two people. Justin Longstreet, Jalen Williams. They're your leading scorers. They kept you in this game. They gonna if you're gonna come out of this with a W, they're gonna bring it home for you. And don't forget about Desmond Perkins. But they're going to Justin Holt.
And we got a foul call.
They're going to call a blocking foul.
This may
Kerry Richardson.
Maybe a blessing in disguise, because now this guarantees that Morehouse clears his rebound on a miss, or even if he makes both, Morehouse will get the ball back with the opportunity to tie and or possibly win the game.
Keep in mind, Justin Longstreet went out the game earlier, remember, with cramp, so he stayed on that floor quite a long time. But I think he's a soldier. He's going to get up and he's going to shoot these free throws.
Here's the other thing. This is a 1-and-1 situation right here. So Morehouse has to make sure they box out on this first free throw right here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Well, let me check that.
1-on-1.
Here's the most important thing. Box out the shooter. As Clark has no one in the lane right now. The one thing you don't want is Longstreet to get his own rebound should he miss. And he does miss.
All right, here we go.
With the ball.
The last
try to get it to Williams.
On the timeout.
Timeout
it with his team.
Hey, we're going to keep
good play. Get the ball maybe to Kerry Richardson on the block and let him go to work with about 10 seconds left. Get the ball in. Let's see what he does. You take a look around this crowd. We got everybody up on their feet. Nobody's sitting down. Nobody. This is Black College basketball. This is Morehouse. This is Forbes Arena. This is Clark Atlanta University. Man, it's good to be back home.
Man, this is HBCU basketball. This is what the HBCU experience is all about. This is why I went to an HBCU. Not once, but twice. By the way, Rick, speaking of your second HBCU, 2 years to the day since your love of your alma mater, Howard University, was inaugurated as the Vice President of the United States. She was sworn in 2 years ago today, Rick.
Oh, wow. Has it been that long?
It has been 2 years.
Oh,
January 21st, 2021. She was sworn in as the first African-American female, African-American and female vice president of these United States of America.
All right. I didn't even realize, it hadn't even crossed my mind, but, that was a momentous occasion. But I'm so glad we are here for this occasion, right here, right now, tied up with 15 seconds left to go. I'm talking, my phone is already blowing up for my CAU people because I'm ready to talk my talk.
All right, Dix has the ball.
They ready to talk, they talk.
We're at 8, 6, we're at 5. Dix drives down, looks up, fade away, baseline is shot, and Rick, free basketball right here, SIAC. Morehouse,
I tell you
Park
something,
Atlanta.
last time I was on air for this game, we were at Epps Arena, and it ended up going into overtime, double overtime. I actually called that game, saying that Clark was going to win. My Morehouse alum told me I couldn't come back to homecoming because I went against the family. Since then, I've never gone against the family. But I tell you right now, I'm so proud of both these schools, but I cannot be more proud of the way that these Morehouse players are playing. Not going 9 deep. All of them playing hard. Now, fatigue, endurance, conditioning is going to play a role here in this overtime because they run it. I mean, for me, when I was that age, I used to play all day. Playgrounds where I spend most of my days. But for these guys right here, they're giving it all on this court right here on McAfee Court.
Yes. Hey, something else that has not occurred. We said the first of 65. We played regulation. Neither one of these teams have got to 65.
Well, we're going to get there. Hopefully, one of them going to get there.
Hopefully. I mean, we could have a 1-0 overtime the way these two teams been playing ball. All right, let's set the lineups for both these teams. For Clark Atlanta, you've got number 2, Desmond Perkins. You've got number 3, Kai Jeremiah. You've got number 31, Horace Wyatt. You've got number 21, Demetrius Headsmith. And you've got number 5, Jalen Williams. And for Morehouse, Rick.
For Morehouse, we got Jamel McNair. We got McNair, Dix, Williams, Richardson, and Lacewell.
All right. Those are the ones who will start off this extra period. Hey, down deep inside it, there's a foul drawn. That foul was drawn by Richardson. That foul is going to be on number 31, Horace Wyatt.
That is a great play for Morehouse right there.
That takes Horace Wyatt out of the game. That is his 5th foul.
You got Richardson posted up way deep on a mismatch. He's either going to score, he's going to get fouled, and then in which case he gets to shoot free throws to score from the line.
Check that. That was Warren Douglas who came out of the ball game right there. And it's kind of hard to listen to the PA. I think he said that was his 5th foul. Wait, we got some confusion over here.
Interesting that Longstreet's on the bench right now.
But as Longstreet started any period, I guess that's just his stilo. Let him get about 30-second blow, and let him come on back into this ball game.
One of my best scorers. I got to have you in the game right now. I can't let this thing get away from me. We got 5 minutes. You're gonna give him a minute and bring him in.
Hey, that minute may make the difference. He is the elder statesman on this Clark Atlanta team.
A few points.
First free throw is up and good for Kerry Richardson. Kerry Richardson, 6'7" junior, forward, Riverdale, Georgia. Second one, it rims out, back rims it. Well, we got the one that I said we was going to get. Jeremiah. Up top. Back to Jeremiah.
Where's Jalen Williams? Here he comes, getting the ball.
Try to get off the screen. He gets the ball, left wing.
7 seconds, 5 seconds on the shot clock. He's got to get it up.
Got to do something. And drive, fall away, short corner, no good. You've got a shot clock violation as he does not draw any iron on that shot. Checking into the game for Morehouse is going to be
Dola. And here
No,
comes
Dola
Justin.
came back. He said Dola back to the bench.
Here comes Justin Longstreet.
Here comes that man.
Back into the game.
No, here comes that man. Say it right. Here comes
Nah,
that man.
That's Mark Jackson's thing. I let him do his thing.
Here comes that dude.
Here comes that dude. He's that dude.
In the 2-3 zone. Saw this a little bit earlier in the ball game. It was effective for Clark Atlanta earlier in the ball game. Elbow jump shot, and we've got that foul call
on a jump shooter out of a 2-3 zone.
Headspin. Didn't let him land cleanly.
Let's go, McNair. Let's go. Knock him down then.
Yeah.
If they're gonna foul you on a jump shot, you got to knock them down one way or the other.
But double bonus from here on out in this particular ball game. This is a shooting foul irregardless, but just wanted to point that out to everyone. We are in double bonus situation. Not sure what the delay is and what we've got going on. We're going to sub in.
Coach Jordan's working. This is his first season at Clark Atlanta. He is 4-13 overall, 2-8 in conference play. But his team, he's learning. His team is learning. He's coaching. He's teaching. You know, and a good close game like this can add to the experience for your squad.
Yes. First free throw rims out for McNair. Second one, yes.
All right, so we got a 2-point game with 4 minutes to go.
Now, the question is, will Morehouse turn up that intensity that they had with that full court press at any point in time in this overtime that would allow them to get back into this ball game?
We don't
Coming
need
from
the
9
press
points
right now.
down with 4 minutes to go.
They don't need the press. They need to stay in front of Williams and Longstreet. That's what they need.
Not if Williams going to shoot the ball like that. Dix has the ball.
Right here, Morehouse needs to focus on their offense. They need to run get a good play, get good movement, and get a good shot.
Morehouse with that weave. Williams, drive, and no good. Ooh, that's going to be foul. That was going to hurt in the morning.
Yeah, that's going to hurt, and that's going to be on McNair.
Williams got clobbered accidentally in the head, got hit with a little bit of an elbow as he skied for that rebound, and then to add insult to injury, when he landed, he kind of landed and bumped his other shoulder on the ground. So once again, that's one of the Whirlpool games.
He got hit. I'm not going to deny that. He's just a big boy against a smaller man. That's it.
Well, you got about a 30-pound
He got about 30 pounds on him in the air. He hit him. McNair hit him, he's going to move.
Yes. You know, I've noticed something about this Clark Atlanta team, and this was so true back when I was coaching at Tuskegee. I've seen more left-handed players on Clark Atlanta than I've seen on the average basketball team.
Think it's in the recruiting profile?
It must be, because back in the early aughts, that was the same stilo. They had more left-handed players than any team that we faced in conference.
Well, left-handed, right-handed. Jalen Williams, sure-handed. Knocking down those free throws.
Well, we tied ball game. Just over 3 minutes remain. Each team did pick up an additional timeout going into overtime. Clark has 2 left. Morehouse has 1. Williams, no good.
Richardson had the rebound, but it bounced off of him.
Richardson, yes, controlled by
I
Clark
think when he
Atlanta.
flashes and they hit him with the ball at the top of at the free throw line right there, he's got to be a little bit more decisive on what he's going to do with the ball. Think Kobe Bryant, turnaround jumper, boom. Rest in peace.
Williams, once again, doesn't get it cleanly, but now he's got it. There's a switch up top. They're going to hedge. No, they're going to stay with him. Williams looking for somebody. 3 seconds on the clock. Long 3. No good. And it's going to be, who was the last touch by? It's going to be Clark Atlanta basketball.
It looked like the refs were looking at each other. Hold on.
As they said, that ball went off of White.
So So Clark is going to get another. They didn't reset the clock, so Clark got the ball back with 20 seconds.
You get 20 on the offensive reset. Douglas Williams.
He's where he wants to be, right there.
And that's who you did. That's who you want to get the ball to if you're Clark. And the ball was knocked out again. They say Dix knocked it out of the hand of Perkins. This is the third possession for Clark. Atlanta down here. They went 0 for the first two. Can they get a bucket out of this one, or will the Morehouse defense continue to be strong?
2 minutes left to go in this game. It's tied up, 63 all.
Williams trying to come off
go to work.
Stagger. Inside. Great defense right there.
Longstreet for three.
And he got it to fall. High bounce and the roll to put Clark up 3. You give him 3 chances. I expect him to go up. Dix. Floater, no good. Longstreet, rebound. And there's a foul. That foul is on Dix. Be 2 shots for Vanessa Surreal. Surreal, 6 foot. Houston, Texas, Manual High School. He's also a grad student here at Clark Atlanta University. And he hears the boos from the Morehouse Maroon Tiger fans. Misses the first one. This is important. Puts Clark Atlanta up by 2 possessions should he make this second one. And that one rims out also.
We still got a 1-possession game here, Drew.
Still got a 1-possession game.
66-63, 1:16 to go in the game.
Williams tied.
And tie game. Evan Williams being money.
44 minutes of basketball. We still at the point where we started.
On their feet.
No difference. No one is sitting down right now here in Forbes Arena.
Jalen Williams trying to go back to work. They got it back over
the long street.
Corner.
What a jump shot.
He got a
good for 3. Williams gets it back.
They got to stay with Justin Longstreet.
Out to the corner. Robert Dix. Low. And he gets his own rebound. Into the lane. And he loses it. Williams. That's the law. There it is!
Not the dunk that they wanted, but they got the 2 points that they needed to make it a 2-possession game.
Williams misses again. And here we go. Longstreet. Layup.
TLU goes up 73-66 with 9 to go.
Williams tries to pad his stats. 2 seconds. 1 second, ball game, Clark Atlanta wins today. They come in, they take the blow from Morehouse, took the dagger the last 2 minutes of the ball game, came back, they get it in overtime, 73-66. They hit 65 first, they extended it out to 73.
We did, you called it the first team to 65 was going to be the team that was going to win. Clark Atlanta got there first. They knocked it down. Big shots, 2 big threes down the stretch by Justin Longstreet off the passes from who? Jalen Williams. It was the Williams and Longstreet show for most of the game with some contributions from other players. Give Coach Jordan his props. Great job. Let's give it up to Morehouse, Coach Whitler. His team played hard. They're going 9 deep. They're playing strong. They're playing hard. They didn't get this W, but they're going to come back.
This is what we're going to do. Speaking of coming back, Rick, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with the final stats for today, coaches' interviews, and our wrap-up. You've been watching Morehouse College basketball right here on HBCU League Pass Plus and the Black College Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
When you work in IT, complaints are part of the job.
Bill says the coffee's weak today.
But since CDW helped us switch to Mac, everyone's happier. Dan from finance likes getting performance without a big price tag. Phoebe digs the power of the Apple M1 chip. Mac is easy to manage, compatible with all our apps, and came pre-configured by CDW. Now we're even getting compliments.
That was Bill again, says he loves his new Mac. He's right about the coffee.
Hey, babe, meet us at the bottom of the trail.
Oh, man. Hey.
Open up. The redesigned Chevy Silverado. With a sophisticated high-tech interior,
Open the door.
it's easy to forget it's a truck.
Thanks.
Nice truck.
It was.
Find new style. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down.
At HBCUs, there's no limit to who we can be. Black and inspired and thriving. Black and magnetic and sing. From the classrooms to the quad, our passion is our purpose. We are leaders and legacy. So when you look at what we accomplish next, you'll know where it started. For who you are and who you want to be, we're here.
I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire.
Crypto is complicated, but as a tax expert with crypto experience, you can hand your taxes off to me. You do your thing, we've got your taxes. Intuit, TurboTax Live.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out Pizza Hut.
It's like a loot machine.
I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire.
Crypto is complicated, but as a tax expert with crypto experience, you can hand your taxes off to me. You do your thing, we've got your taxes. Intuit, TurboTax Live.
T. Madden & Associates is a sophisticated and experienced law firm located in your neighborhood. We're turning injury to cash.
T. Madden and his associates obtained almost $2 million for my injury. They turned my injury to cash.
Now, we can't guarantee how much your injury is worth, but we've recovered millions for our clients. Call T. Madden & Associates at 833-PAID-123. That's 833-PAID-123.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust.
We're back here live on the Black College Sports Network and HBCU League Pass Plus. Coach Jordan. Woo! Tough win here. First thoughts after that tough win right here in overtime.
First, I want to say good job to Coach Whitler and his coaching staff. They had their guys prepared. You know, they was down a couple of guys due to injury, but he had them prepared and they competed. And I can still see that they got a lot of that stuff that we had when we was together last year still installed in them. When they was down 9, they never gave up. And that's a Coach Whitler coach team. I'm just happy that our guys fought to the bitter end. They never folded, they never gave up. And we came out with the dub.
In the middle of the second half, you had Longstreet went down. Looked like he went down with cramps there in the second half. Was able to get it rubbed out and get back into the ball game and contribute big. Contributed for 23 points. Jalen Williams contributed for 16 points. Also, Desmond Perkins added 12 points into that. Just talk about those three guys and what they were able to add to you.
Well, Justin, he's been struggling our last 3 games. One game he was 1 for 16, another one 1 for 11. And I told him I got nothing but the utmost confidence in him, and I wanted him to keep shooting the ball until his shoulder fell down. And he hit 2 big ones down the stretch for us. Jalen Williams, I've been hard on him the whole year. I've been coaching him harder than he's ever been, and he's been fighting for me. And the results showed today. And Desmond Perkins, watch out. He's a freshman, and he's starting to come into his very own. And, I'm just happy for our guys. I just want to embrace this moment. And, I appreciate you guys taking the time out to have me. I've been knowing Roy for years, and it feels good. This is something I dreamed about.
Coach, you talked about I was going to talk about the dynamic duo, Jalen Williams and Justin Longstreet, but we don't want to leave Perkins out of there, so we'll talk about the trio. But let me ask you this. A big dunk or a big three-pointer? Which would you prefer?
I'll take it if it counts.
Because you got both of them. You got the big dunk and you got a big three-pointer. But just, you play ball. Which one is a better play to you? Which one gets you more charged up?
I always take the dunk.
Say it again?
I always take the dunk first.
You take the dunk first?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you took the W today. So I want to thank you for your time. And, it hurts. I'm class of 97 Morehouse. But go celebrate with your team.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate you, Coach. And all right, taking a look at the halftime, at the end of the game stats. I'll do Clark Atlanta. I know it's sacrilegious to ask you to do the Clark Atlanta stats, so I have the Clark Atlanta, you can have the Morehouse. Clark Atlanta had 3 players in double digits, like I said. Desmond Perkins with 12.6 rebounds. Jalen Williams, 16.7 rebounds. And Justin Longstreet with 23 points, 2 rebounds. Your assist leaders were Desmond Perkins and Jalen Williams. Both of them had 3 assists each. Your steals leaders were Perkins and Horace Wyatt with 2 steals each. For the ball game, Clark Atlanta was 28 of 58 from the field, 48.3%, 9 of 22 from behind the arc, 40.9%, 8 of 16 from the charity stripe, 50%. Turnovers, the one stat that we always talked about, 15 turnovers for Clark Atlanta, 8 steals for the Panthers. Go ahead, Rick.
Well, the thing that stands out to me as I look over this course of this stat sheet is Morehouse had 12 turnovers, which is a good thing. All right, so they were averaging 15 to 20 turnovers the last few games because of the injuries to the number of guards. The players that they have on the squad are getting some experience, so that's a good thing. So we're going to start with the positive there. They shot 21 of 66 for the game. That's 30% from the field, 30% from three-pointers, 60% from the free throw line. That's gotta hurt. All right, down the stretch, we need to knock down the Morehouse has got. I say we because I'm a Morehouse man. So forgive me for rooting for the for the home team. I'm gonna say we. I'm gonna say I. I'm gonna say they. I'm gonna say us. My pronouns are we, us, they. Okay, so we got to get better at shooting, knocking down those free throws. The 3 points, shooting 30% from the 3-point line. I'm okay with that. We can improve on that. But that 60% free throws, we got to improve on that. All right, so we've improved on cutting down on the turnovers. We got balanced scoring. Eben Williams knocked down some big threes late in the game. Kerry Richardson with 11, along with Eben Williams, Joel McNair with a 12, and then Robert Dix, the freshman, coming in with a 10 as well. So we're spreading the ball around. Everybody's getting involved. Who's my leading rebounder for the day?
Looks like Richardson.
Kerry Richardson leading with 10 rebounds. So
double-double.
Yeah, double-double. So we're getting production out of the players that we have on the squad. They didn't give up. They kept fighting. The coaches got a well-conditioned team. We got to put it together. We got to cut out the lapses in focus. All right, in the most inopportune times, that's when the game gets away from us sometimes, and then we're finding ourselves have to claw our way back into the game,
which you did,
to try to get a W.
And they did claw their way back.
They
into
did,
the game.
But as soon as they got back into it, They turned the ball over and led Clark Atlanta back into it until we got to the end of regulation, and then it was the Williams and Richardson show. Longstreet. There you go. Yeah, Williams and Longstreet, Justin Longstreet. It was their show. It was their game. Hats off to Coach Al Jordan at CAU. Coach Willer's going to take his boys from Morehouse, our boys back in there. They're going to get back at it. We got another game coming up. They're going to be at practice. Then they have a day off. So, we got, this season, we still got some season to go. Still got the tournament.
Still got 5 weeks left of the basketball season. You know something? I'm looking at these stats. Usually, when you hit more free throws than the other team take, Morehouse hit 18 free throws. We're not talking about the misses. We just talk about how many they made. Clark Atlanta only attempted 16. That usually spells victory for the team that hits the more free throws. But in this particular case, it didn't. Also,
let me interrupt you right there. Clark Atlanta took 16 free throws, but Morehouse missed 12. That math ain't math.
I was trying to bring out the positive.
Well, I'm all about the positives, but we got to acknowledge what it is.
Yes.
Okay.
The 12 misses were crucial.
Right. We're not gonna put lipstick on a pig and then try to call it something else. It's still a pig.
It's still swine.
There you go.
All right.
All right.
Other thing is, honestly, both teams played a pretty clean ball game. I mean, 15 turnovers, including overtime for Clark Atlanta, 12 turnovers, including overtime for Morehouse. Considering what these teams have been averaging as far as turnovers, both these teams, this was a very clean ball game as far as handling the ball for these two teams.
I totally agree with you. Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose. It's CAU today with the win. It's Morehouse with the loss. These guys are teed up again in a few weeks, and we'll be there.
Speaking of teeing it back up, Morehouse is back here at Forbes Arena on next Saturday, the 28th, against Albany State. Have we confirmed the game time for that? Still have a 1 o'clock start. Pay attention to the Morehouse website. There may be a change of the game time on that particular day. So, any final words there, Rick, before we sign off?
No. I'm happy. I'm glad to be back in here. I'm glad to be back on the team. Glad to be back in the booth with you. It's exciting time at Black College Sports Network. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I hope they've had a good time just watching the game with us.
Hey, this is rivalry weekend in the SIAC. Everybody plays their rival today. Make sure you go to the SIAC website and see who won those games. You got Tuskegee Miles today. You got Albany State, Fort Valley State today. Edward Waters and Savannah State. Allen, Benedict, Lane, LeBourne, and Kentucky State, Central State, all playing each other today. Rivalry Saturday in the SIAC. This is what college basketball, HBCU basketball, is all about. So, for Rick Polk, for our team behind the camera, this is A.D. Drew for HBCU League Pass Plus and the Black College Sports Network. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow us online. MyJBN1 on YouTube. My BCSN1 on all other social media. Check me out tomorrow night. BCS is Sports Wrap with Brian Fulford and myself, 6 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Black College Sports Network. We thank you. God bless. Enjoy your Saturday.